Welcome to Off the Console, the hottest podcast that's all about gaming, tech news, and anything nerdy. This week, we're covering the biggest news, including, and pretty much is, AI, as always. No, it's going to be AI injected into our games through a DLSS. And, are they ruining the name? That's going to be the big topic today, and we're going to be getting into that pretty big. And a little bit of a spoiler. We have from our bonus episode, we did go over through how we kind of run the podcast, and also a couple of really cool topics there too, including spicier ones we don't usually talk about here. So if you like the spice, go there. So I'm joined with me by Gardner and HighTechLoLife. Welcome, guys.
Thanks, man. It's good.
Thanks for having us.
It's always good to be here. It's another week, another time to give the people what they want, and what they want is to hear what Gardner is doing.
Oh yeah,
nice transition.
Yeah, dude. So this week has been very interesting. This Sunday, I did a 9-hour live stream where I talked about 1 year of the Bryant review, which is my website where I post really cool stuff. HighTech has posted there. James is always invited to post there.
One day James will do that, and James was supposed to make it to the live stream at one point, and by the time I go, it's free. It had ended.
Yeah, I streamed for 9.5 hours.
You streamed so long, and I got to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm going to see if they're still going. I'll jump on it for the end, and
yeah,
I missed it.
It was a lot of fun. We did a lot of cool stuff, but one of the things we did was we revealed a new update for the website. It's a free game called Daily Sums. If you click Daily Puzzle there, James, you can actually see how it works. It's a little tutorial. You can click No Thanks. I'll show you how it works. So basically, at the top, that you've got your score on the left. You've got the a menu there, and then there's you have your strikes, those green dots. And you can, what you're trying to do is click on the buttons in the grid so that they add up to one of the numbers down below. So if you click 20 plus 11, there you go. You can actually click 31 and you'll sum those two together, and you'll earn 2 points because you have 2 buttons clicked. And so every day there's a new little math puzzle. And it's a lot of fun. And I have put a ton of time, probably 3 work weeks into this game to get it nice and polished. And I'm working on a new update for it right now. So I'm gonna be refining puzzle generation and other stuff. It's pretty cool. So yeah, if you click 31 there, you'll earn 2 points.
Is there a 31?
Oh yeah, down at the bottom there.
This?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. So you got 2 points. So every sum down at the bottom requires 6 points in order to complete it. And there's 4 levels per day that you can complete, and they get progressively harder. And in later levels, it will sometimes throw monkey wrenches or wrenches in the in it, where it's you have to solve for your sum times a number or divided by a number. And so it's really cool. I've been having a blast with it. And one of the reasons I actually started working on this is because almost a year ago, I got a concussion that really screwed with my ability to do math in my head and reason about dates and times and numbers. And my brother had come up with a prototype idea for something like this. And I was like, hey, can I rebuild this and put it on my website? And he was like, sure. So it's been helping with my dyscalculia or whatever it's called.
Damn.
Oh, negatives even work too. Okay, cool.
Yes, negatives, dude. Negatives are really cool. I'm working on adding multiplication, so instead of it being a negative number or a positive number, it's a multiply by number or a division by number, which is really exciting. Yeah, very cool.
I like it. I'm not. My math's gotten so rusty. Even as a developer, I algorithms are, I can do algorithms. I can do create algorithms to do this type of stuff pretty easy. It's when then I get in, I'm like, okay, I have to do it manually. This would be good for me for some brain exercises. So I like it.
Yeah,
this is
I've had. Sorry, go ahead.
Gardener's actually delivering stuff for humanity. Me, I deliver slop. And we'll talk about that when we get
Slop for humanity.
Dude.
Hey, sometimes the pigs need slop.
Right. I've had 3 different people now say, "Hey, this game is cool," and I sent it to my high school math teacher because I thought he would like it. So it's pretty fun.
Did he like it?
I haven't heard back from them from that far yet, but hopefully they do.
I would hope so. Let's see.
This is also like the 3rd highest ranked page on the site, like right now. So
Oh, really? That's impressive.
Nice.
Yeah, if you've not yet subscribed to the Bryant Review, you can get all the latest new tech news, and all the good tech, and there's games in there too, right?
There's games,
retro, tons of retro stuff.
Yeah, retrospectives are popular, and then also today's article is a little short story that I wrote.
This one right here.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's I'm kind of a geek. It's a bit of sci-fi.
No, I love it. That's awesome. I love that it's mixed. I like that you mix it together a lot. It's something that is hard to do, but you're doing it.
Oh yeah.
So high tech, what are you up to? You got a lot. You got a lot to live up to. What were you doing this week? Were you making something?
No, I was making highlight reels of me killing everyone in Marathon. By making, I mean I just played it and I killed people, and I'm assuming some of them recorded themselves dying.
Oh, okay.
As I teabagged them, but basically that's what I've been doing: juggling Slay the Spire 2 and Marathon. I've been playing the Cryo Archive map, which is kind of a crazy map because it's an endgame map that's basically like a Destiny 2 raid, but like in an extraction shooter, and also requires high end gear to even enter. Otherwise, it won't let you play. And so if you die, you lose that stuff. By the way, I should mention that. And so yeah, it's been fun, even though I've only won like 1 out of 10 rounds. Oh, I forgot to mention, there was one other thing I wanted to mention too. I finally built that new computer.
Oh,
You finally did it after 2 years now? No.
Well, it was like half a year of me trying to scrounge up parts. I managed to get RAM at a good price though before the RAM apocalypse happened. But I kind of wished I got more RAM instead of just 32 gigs.
yeah.
It's okay though. AI is gonna crash, then we're gonna get free. We're gonna get free. They'll practically be flowing RAM in the streets.
Right.
Yeah, that's my hope.
That would be
We'll
nice.
see.
And
I'm a little skeptical.
And Supermicro has apparently gone under business too because the CEO got arrested for smuggling Nvidia GPUs into China.
right.
So I'm hoping that,
Interesting.
and their shares have tanked substantially. So I'm hoping if that company fails, we can get some hardware during a fire sale. Well, I sound like such an asshole, right?
I think. Well, no, you're gonna be able. People are gonna be able to find it, but I like stability. I like to be able to go to a store and buy something, not go to like a place where I have to, look for the fire sales for like on eBay or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if AI is gonna I think once again, I think it's gonna deflate a little, but I don't think it's gonna pop.
Well, I think
unfortunately,
most startups are gonna fail. So,
it's gonna be like
obscure ones.
It's gonna be like the web failure back in the early 2000s, and so it's gonna be like that bubble a little bit. But I don't think I don't know. There's a lot of companies that I think are gonna succeed. Some just inject it in and it doesn't need it. So I don't know. As someone, I and apologetically and unapologetically as someone that uses AI, it's very useful for my tasks, but beyond that, it's not useful for everyone else. I wish they'd tone it down and not and just realize that we can incrementally get there, not have to get there in 1 year. We can do it ethically. Okay, so as far as what I've been doing, Gardner's been doing everything from scratch, giving you the good stuff. Honestly, really good thing. I'm doing the slop. I'm still working on my Nova Helm project, which it's a fun project because it's partial. It's one that I can design out, work with, and I do work with an AI to do this, but I also use some of my code that I've written over the years, and it's fun. It's a fun project that I have. I think the code is does actually a pretty good job, but I also have a lot of restraints, and I write a lot of tests for it. But yeah, so still working on that. It's just essentially like a hosting platform to make it really easy to deploy to cloud or home labs and stuff. And then I have a module-based system to where I'm going to attach like game servers for fun too and stuff. So
y'all have been doing actual things where I've just been playing video games.
Well, I mean, I did spend a week playing Resident Evil like nonstop, so that was like 2 weeks ago, and I need to get back into playing some of that. And Slay the Spire 2 is on my list. I want to get this project done before I jump into it, and so I've been trying to get the project done into a good like V1 state for me, so I can start deploying my stuff and get off for sell, and stop paying for a lot of like really expensive hosting. It's one of my key reasons to do this. But yeah, I Slay the Spire. I honestly like. I want to play Slay the Spire 2 so bad. I'm just waiting because I know I'll get addicted and I'll spend days playing that. And then Marathon is one that I plan on getting into soon too. That one looks really interesting, but you turned me off a little bit last week with all the I like the niceties of some other games, but if you're pretty much geared up to be an asshole from the get-go, it gives me a little bit of pause, but it looks like it's a really fun game. So I just don't have that competitive. I can be very competitive, which increases my stress, and I already have a lot of stress from work and kids, so I try to avoid that because then it prevents me from sleeping, kills my my sleep. So yeah, dude. I try not to be competitive. It's hard.
Being competitive is all I am in video games. It's the reason why cozy games don't really appeal to me.
Yeah, one day maybe it will change over. You because I used to play Counter-Strike, League of Legends, and all that stuff in my 20s. And I had to stop as I got further along because it was too much, too time consuming, too much dopamine hits. It just and didn't get sleep. So the good old college days.
Well, you know
what?
Well, you know who's not getting sleep though? Jensen Huang.
I think he's sleeping fine. I think he just might be upset.
I don't know. I don't sleep well when I'm upset, so maybe Jensen Huang won't either. But yeah,
I don't know. I think billions of dollars helps pad that a little.
Man, if I could sleep on like $1 billion, that'd be great. I bet that'd be more comfortable than a mattress. But, Lord, DLSS 5. Have you guys seen the DLSS 5?
I have. Have you, Gardner?
I've seen people roasting the yassification filter. Yeah.
Yassification. Yes. I have a hot take on this, and we talked about it in Discord a little bit.
Yes, girl.
Yes. I don't mind it, honestly, personally, as a one-off tech that they can develop, and I'm curious. Like, I actually don't want this to die. I just don't want it to be DLSS 5. This is crazy to release this as a DLSS 5. Because it's just an AI filter, and it's one where to get this, they had to run two. Who's going to be able to run this? Weren't they running two 5090s?
Allegedly, two 5090s. So
I mean,
it's not going to be any GPU. It's not going to be for any GPUs we currently have, and we have no way of linking them together, like with like NVLink or something like that, because they don't have NVLink for consumer 5090s.
So. That's my problem. Like when I saw it, I'm like, this is a lot of processing. I don't care. Like you can put little filters over, but like to get it to where it redesigns the model and it tracks it well, it doesn't have blurring effects and stuff. It takes a lot of work to do this. The internet was just interestingly up in a roar about this. It's funny.
So if you notice, they never used any fast scenes, like no action scenes. It's all just like staring like at the character at face value.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's.
I mean, yeah, because
wait, is this the? Oh my gosh, that one looks really bad. Which that one looks. I mean, it's just.
Jesus
Starfield.
Christ, it's Starfield. Yes.
I hate to say it. I think the DLSS 5 one looks better, but okay. Let's see.
It looks better, but it looks weird.
Huh?
It looks better, but it's like. You can make an argument that it like has higher fidelity, but it looks so weird.
Yeah.
Like go back to that.
Starfield already looks a little uncanny, so I don't know.
Go back to that like shot where there's like two guys talking to you.
Yeah,
like,
I will.
The two Air Force guys. Yeah. All right, so
it's coming to Starfield, which is interesting, but who can run it?
I'll tell you to pause it. Alright, so pause here. Did they just make them look like extra sweaty? What is going on here?
So here's the thing. This is why I'm interested in this tech a little bit and not interested. I'm interested in it is that I think it has some potential for some increases to fidelity and stuff like that, but it needs to be, I don't know. I feel like it needs to be, I usually like this type of stuff auto, but this needs to be more in the hands of the developers. They look a little sweatier. They probably just adds like, hey, analyze this scene, what's going on, add more details. Heck, Starfield I think might even have some sweat in it, and so they might just notice that and then amplify it. But it is weird.
Yeah, so DLSS 5 is a whole can of worms that I don't think the world is ready to see. Truth be told,
I don't. So I know I'm throwing a lot of my opinions in this. I don't want this to be something where the companies just this is their default. I'm not against them shipping it. I think that's why I'm really like, and I think maybe people are like, well, this is done. This is how we're gonna have all our games from now on. It doesn't have to be that way. We can have both. We can complain about it, but like people are really doom and gloom about this. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's doom and gloom either, because I mean, it's pretty clear that no one likes the tech. And
well,
it seems like
too, yeah.
it's not just It's not just players that don't like it either. It's developers too. If you see some of the other links that I've linked.
So this is this is some of the games that are going to be included right here, and it's interesting because you mentioned, and we might even have an article on this, that Resident Evil Requiem, their dev team, does not know about this.
So some Capcom developers, I believe the Ground Floor guys, spoke about this. They say that Capcom has traditionally been anti-AI, and so they weren't aware of what Nvidia were showing off. And apparently this applies to the higher ends too, the upper management too.
There's someone that made a deal there. And
someone made a deal there, but I'm guessing they didn't know what Nvidia was, because it's DLSS 5, not Yosify filter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
it's interesting because I'm wondering, like, it probably just injects right in, so only a few people had to say yes to it. The dev team probably doesn't need to do much to integrate it. But once again, how well does this run? I am very skeptical of this actually doing well.
Like, I find it, like, if developers didn't know that this was happening, and if, publishers didn't know that this was happening either, then what the fuck is Nvidia doing, right?
It
makes it seem like...
Okay, let's not... I guarantee you the publisher and the higher-ups at Capcom know. There's no way. With these types of deals and stuff like that, I can... Trust me, they might say... Maybe they don't want to get, like, slag. I believe the developers.
You should full screen the video.
I'm going to. But I believe the developers. I don't believe the higher-ups not knowing about this. This is prime... Like, this is prime... Like... ways that companies work with each other through this type of integration or through this type of collaboration.
Like, it's almost entirely like the player models that really get me. It just doesn't look... Grace looks like she's like one of those AI ads. Let's look at how they do.
I agree. Like, it's not...
They barely... I mean, I'm not gonna say
they didn't have to do much to Leon. Leon was literally designed to be as attractive as he could.
Leon was already perfect.
Well, no, they literally spent. So I think they used thousands of women.
All right, so pause this here. So you're supposed to be a 15-year-old. That's a grown man. So a lot of it also has to do with artist intention too.
I mean, to be fair, that model before also doesn't.
I mean, yeah, but like they add like a bunch of like, wrinkles and shit.
It adds detail, and you'd be shocked. He's a partier. Like, dude, this guy likes to party. Okay, the Hogwarts is dangerous. A lot of students die and all that. Like, he parties. I'm not trying to defend it. I think it does two things. One, it can kind of blow up some of the kind of problems with some of the models that are created, but then it also guesses and increases weird stuff. It's so weird.
I know. All right, so let's keep going.
I mean, I like the troll. Or a troll, right? Wait, what?
I think so, yeah.
What are they called again?
The gnomes? Like the sock gnomes or whatever?
They're trolls.
Are they trolls? Yeah, okay.
I think so. Or no.
Goblins. They're goblins.
Goblin. That's it.
They're goblins, yeah. Okay.
Oh, the sock goblins. Dobby...
No.
Dobby's
Right.
a
Elf.
elf.
I don't remember. I don't know, man. It's
fuck,
been
man?
years.
Yeah.
It's been years since I've read Harry Potter, and honestly,
I've never read it.
not gonna lie, rereading it is it's kind of mid for a book.
Harry
it was
Potter
made
has
for
good
kids.
world building. Horrible storytelling at times. They almost never use magic, at least in the movies. I haven't read the books. Okay, sorry.
All right, so
I hate to say it. I think it looks better with Starfield, but Starfield and Bethesda has horrible models, and they always have. That being said, would I turn it on? I don't know. Maybe for the world. Like if they let me do it for the world, maybe. But for characters, probably not. I like to have a true representation. But if it does it for the world, how expensive is that?
Okay, all right, like it looks like it has a higher fidelity. I will agree with that, but it's like firmly in that uncanny valley. It looks weird, and like look, they were not that sweaty with DLSS 1 on.
No,
DLSS,
but they
like,
should be. Look at everything they're wearing. I'd be sweating my balls off.
I don't know. Maybe they're in space and it's really cold.
Well, they're not in space right there.
Well, maybe it's really cold and like,
As someone that's
base
played a
it's
lot
in.
of Starfield, I could believe it being hot in here.
I don't know.
No,
man,
I'm not
but-
sure. Once again, the Uncanny Valley thing is an interesting one. Like it definitely bridges that, but I think people are just not used to it. I think people will get used to this. That is potentially a part of the problem. I can almost guarantee you, if this is pushed more and more, people will get used to it. Some people will complain, but
So I do want to look at the environments too, because we're focusing a lot on the character models. So another thing I'm not super big on. Oh wait, look, here's an actual soccer guy. Is that what he looks like in real life? Maybe, probably, right?
Well, it's one of those things. I
would hope so if they're training on if that's supposed to be like a real guy.
They should train it on a real guy, but their models are already pretty good. I also think it messes with lighting a little bit to an extent where sometimes it thinks you think it's adding detail, but it's just brightening up areas. Could be both good or bad in games.
Yeah.
Lighting is the key to your atmosphere, and if it screws with your lighting too much, it will ruin the atmosphere.
Yes.
But sometimes they darken areas so they don't have to render that as much.
So let's look at this. Like, I see the fog is like gone. Like there's like a slight fog, right there.
Yeah.
Thanks to all the rain, that's gone.
Yeah.
And then also like it's raining, right? So like Grace's jacket looks kind of wet, like on her and it looks a little less wet. And also it looks like they just blew
You
up.
can't be yassified like this and be wet. Like does this look like a wet girl?
No, she looks like
Wait,
she's.
Can I not say that on the internet?
Oh my god.
No, James. But yeah, I mean, it looks like they just kind of blew up the contrast. It does it looks like you know how those people like to crank up the contrast and crank up the vibrancy and say images look better.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
I have a pet peeve with people saying things like vibrant deck makes your LCD deck look as good as the OLED. No, it does not. It does not.
It doesn't, and yeah,
Like
it's
it's
interesting because there's a couple of details I do like that it improves, but then it also ruins a lot of stuff too. Like I said, I think this is interesting tech. I'd like to see it continue on as a different name in a different setting and not have it be enabled by default and have a choice, and we'll see where they can go from here and tweak it and not make it like a yesification filter. But they essentially killed their branding of DLSS. I don't think they're going to recover. They're going to have to switch it to something else or something.
DLSS is dead.
Probably. Or they'll just go on to DLSS 6 really quick.
Let's look at Leon. He was already the perfect specimen. They didn't have to change very much about him.
It just looks like a painting right here, which is interesting, like a lifelike painting, right? I don't think it made it too much worse, but also
Wait,
I don't know if it helped it much either.
what's going on with the left side? Can we go back to before DLSS? Yeah. So all right. So we see like trees and stuff.
To me, every thing looks better before DLSS 5 is applied. All of it, like without exception. I think it all looks better without DLSS. I don't know. I'm crazy though.
Is it because though that you have a little bit of like you don't like AI at all? felt like a little bit of that.
Okay, so
because I agree, like I'm not for DLSS 5 looking better, but I do think there's a couple aspects that crisp it up a little bit, but everything else gets it wrong.
So the part of the problem is that not just DLSS, but AI art all looks identical. Like it all looks the same, and it has zero character, it has zero charm, it has zero appeal, in my opinion. And so when things have become slopified, then it literally turns me off in a visceral and angry way. I genuinely believe that all of the AI, like the huge push for AI, is intentionally trying to destroy culture, like art and shit. So I have no fucking patience for it. I just find this appalling.
Yeah, I don't think it's just, it's like a filter, really. It comes down to like, I don't think it makes everything look the same. It just makes it look like more of a filter, meaning
right, but
there's
like,
still the style of Resident Evil, but then it has a filter put over it.
Yeah, but like bring up the AI version of this one. Okay, that to me it could be any like self-published YA art book on Amazon with a like the cover of a shitty self-published novel. Like that looks like nothing to me. I don't know. I would never ever want to touch this with a 1,000-foot pole.
Yeah, I mean, I would play it with it, but I wouldn't. Would be my default. It definitely gets the eyes in a way that it tries to humanize them more, and it kind of gets it closer. But all this is telling me is that we have a couple of areas to improve on modeling, and eyes is probably one of them. But this is not the way. It only points out some stuff, but not that this is how it should be done.
So I want to look at the lighting for Leon too. Let's go back a little bit. So look at how much it like brightens things up. It like cranks up the contrast like max.
It's so stupid.
And this is supposed to be like a dark scene, right? I haven't played Resident Evil, so I don't know.
It's Resident Evil. It's almost all dark except for a couple. Well, okay, that's not true. A lot of Resident Evil's in the dark, and it's usually designed that way because the RE engine does really well with dark scenes. But
yeah, this is
no real spoilers, but the second half of the game is in the daytime. But yeah, sorry, what was that?
Well, I was gonna say, like, look how, like, let's go back to AI Leon real quick. Let's play it. Man, look at how much they've brightened the scene. You can almost see the trees in the left. That doesn't feel right to me.
I don't know if there's any trees supposed to be trees in here. I think that might be
AI garbage. What is supposed to be there?
I think that's like stuff in the wind, meaning like I think that's something blowing around or something, or crisp. I don't know.
I don't know, it kind of looks like a tree there.
It could be.
Yeah, I don't see a tree.
I don't know. I don't know what it is at this point.
Well, I know the scene. I've played the game, and I don't remember a tree being there, or at least that type of tree. I think this is just stuff blowing around in the wind.
Let's look at the car though in DLSS. If we press play, let's look at Leon's car. Let's see if it improves. And no meaningful improvement in the car. It just looks
It makes
minor.
it a little shinier, and if there's a light being directed, that's the problem with this DLSS 5. I don't think it's smart. If it could understand the scenes a lot better, and if it had scene direction to amplify and had better direction, I think the DLSS 5 would do better. But the problem is that this is a filter. They made it a filter where it just redraws it and tries to make it look better. But then I think, as like what Gardner said, it kind of makes it a little too similar to a lot of other things, and we don't need that.
Yeah, James, you should check out the YouTube comments in this video. I want to see.
I don't want to check, dude. I don't know if I'm more pissed off with like how people respond to stuff like this than I am about the stuff it is. So that's why I'm so defensive about it, because I'm like, I don't want to defend DLSS 5, but like people are acting like it's the freaking end of the world, and
so I will say.
I mean, okay, that's fair.
Digital Foundry apparently got some death threats. That is not okay.
No, not at all.
Like, I don't agree with Digital Foundry either, and you can if you think that they're no longer trustworthy, that's also fine too. But you should not.
Off of one opinion though is freaking crazy.
You should not
People
be issuing
need to
death threats.
freaking calm the fuck down. Like this is a filter.
Like
okay?
like all these comments are funny. Like these comments are funny, but death threats are
Yeah,
not
these
funny.
I actually like these ones, but like, yeah, that's my point. Why do you think I said about the death threats and stuff earlier on? Like,
Yeah. So
it's a thing. Someone have an opinion that they saw DLSS 5 like Digital Foundry, and then I think they've walked it even back. It was just one person that went to the event. Jeez.
Yeah. So someone came up with a new acronym for DLSS. So DLSS stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling. It's more like Deep Learning Super Slop.
Damn.
Hey. But
You know what? This just makes it so it's easier to make a thumbnail. An AI thumbnail is what this is. You can just take a scene, put it through DLSS 5, and make a thumbnail. I pretty much.
Oh no! Remember how last week we were talking about AI generated Resident Evil guides? It kind of makes the game look like that, to be honest, which is insane to me.
Dude,
Maybe
they
I
should come out on April 1st and say this is like this comment, like this seems like an April 1st joke. Like they should come out on April. Yeah, well, it was a joke, guys. We're walking it back.
If only.
Jensen should come out on stage and be like, "Do you guys not have RTX cards like Blizzard did with?"
Well,
Okay, then I'm like, okay, people could be mad at that type of shit. Like if they're gonna like boast and do that kind of crap, okay.
Well, here's the other thing too: is Nvidia is not making it easy to A, get Nvidia cards for an affordable price. B, we don't even know if like the 6060, which I assume going to be the mainstream card, is going to run it. So Jensen Huang says gamers are completely wrong. See, this is the type of shit that people get up in arms about. I mean, shit, man. Jensen Huang's a fucking like the most valuable man on the planet. He makes fried chicken stock go up like $1 billion.
This is, I think, kind of a point of billionaires of just really lose it, and they're all oligarchs at the end of the day. And I know I don't want to do political stuff, but just tax them down from being billionaires, and you'll see their brains start to recover.
So what?
This is crazy takes.
So what ends up happening apparently is that if they raise the taxes too much, the billionaires can just move over to some Cayman Islands account or
no, there's stuff around that. They can't do it. No, you can't do offshore accounts. That's not. You get in a lot of trouble for that. You have to if you had a proper IRS, they go after that. But yeah, sorry, continue.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of outcry from a lot of people. Of course, we know about the gamer outrage. That's nothing new. We know about Capcom not knowing about it. We know about other developers chiming in about it as well. And even Digital Foundry's own Alex how do we pronounce his last name?
Batali.
Batali?
Yeah.
The G is silent?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh shit. I didn't know that. Well, apparently he wasn't very happy with it either. And there's a lot of the arguments stem around, artistic vision. That's the other thing too, is that,
Yeah.
it doesn't look quite right. If Nvidia can somehow turn it down to where, ultimately, Capcom is still the main visionary force behind it instead of like everything else on the internet, then yeah, sure, whatever, I guess. But that's the other thing with DLSS 5. Is it even possible at this point? Is there any way to verifiably prove that Resident Evil 10 was trained off of all internal Capcom materials and not materials off the internet? That's the other ethical concern too. That's still the main ethical concern, given how everyone likes to just pirate everything and use that as training data.
Yeah, I mean, gamers pirate stuff too, but it is weird to like pirate it and train it. It's so weird.
All right, well, there's a difference between like end users pirating a game to play it on like an emulator.
Oh well, no,
PC.
okay. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about gamers wanting to instead of paying $50 to a developer, just download.
All right, well, even then, there's like a difference between like
there
pirating
is.
a game on PC and a major corporation pirating like terabytes.
I agree.
Of, like material.
I agree. I don't know how it. Nvidia and how OpenAI does it. I know how Meta does it, and they sure to be doing fine. No real punishments or anything there.
Well, if you recall, Nvidia had a deal with Anna's Archive.
Yeah,
and they got paid for it too. I should mention.
It's better than Meta, but once again, it's all it's AI art is interesting. It needs to be trained on something, but I don't know. My opinion on this is all over the place. But apparently, Jensen Huang's is not. It's weird to go. It's just to double down, completely wrong, and how he defends it so hard, is really bizarre because I can tell you right now how DLSS 5 is right now will never be successful. If he wants to improve on it, maybe one day it could be somewhat successful if someone wants to do a layer over their game. And there's games that have like filters and stuff. Even Resident Evil has a lot of, like, you can make Resident Evil darker, lighter. It has a lot of filters, and the filters are more complicated than just like a lens. But
so here's my thing though. DLSS 5 is simply a symptom of a greater issue we have in gaming, is that we're trying to eke out more graphical fidelity. Like, I think we can all agree we've reached a point where a lot of games look really good, and realistically, I'm not sure if I can even tell the difference between, let's say, the game's like the best graphics of this generation versus like what a PS6 could put out. Like, truth be told,
right.
Not to mention. Let's talk about the next generation of gamers. The next generation of gamers are like Roblox gamers. They're gamers that are playing like all these games that are relatively simple compared to, like, graphically compared to most other games, right? Like,
yes,
how are you going to sell?
It's generational stuff. Like when I was a kid, it's.
I mean,
they're moving on to more. It's just they're kids.
Yeah, but what I'm also saying is that back when, like, we were kids, we saw the graphical leaps between like a PS2 and a PS3, right, or like an NES and Super Nintendo. Like, those are major jumps in like graphical fidelity. Kids don't really experience that. Like, a PS5 is not gonna, like, a PS6 is not going to look that much more better than a PS5, right? Like, it just doesn't.
No, but I do think it's going to look a lot better than the PS4. I do think generation is just going to be an exponential thing where every 2 or 3 generations it'll look better, like, quite a bit. You'll notice, but we are getting to that consensus too, or not the consensus, but like we're getting to the end of you can only do so much before you lose all artistic value, and it's too realistic. And that's where you're going to have to do VR, and there's other plays, and like, truth be told, I mean, is it even going to be possible to sell like these next generation, these kids, on like higher graphics? I'm not even sure if that's really possible, given that, like, if it will be possible, given that a lot of these kids are, like, the most popular games in the world are not these graphical monsters. Like, it's something I think it's gonna die with our generation. Like, this whole idea of like graphics mongering. Yeah, I could see that. I also think we have to wait for some of them to grow up more. Some of them grew up on iPads. It's interesting, for sure. I don't think this is the way, of course, that they're going to. Well, I mean, maybe some of the younger ones are used to this. They're like, yes, finally some art style that's for me.
DLSS 5, but for Roblox. Imagine the horror,
dude. I think that's a part of this whole outrage that's come from it, is all the memes. That's one that I don't think we have, but like, I think the outrage is ridiculous, like how mad people are. But I do love the memes.
Let's go to image.
Is this
No, that's a Reddit thread.
I know. I was hoping that they'd have memes in it. Okay. I'm just worried about going to.
Dude.
Okay, this one's okay. There's a much better, because this is just blatantly different, but like, it's still funny.
Yeah.
Then they have stuff like this where I'm like, that's kind of cool, actually. I think it would be fun to. I would like to put this on a bunch of old games just to play them for fun. Once again, though, this is just. I don't want this to be the main direction of a game. This is a funny one.
Dude, what the fuck?
I bet you this is a mod already too. How much you want to?
I'm not.
Resident Evil. This is Resident Evil, and it's getting, and yeah,
it's giving It's giving Cosmopolitan vibes.
The one with Patrick from SpongeBob down on the left, middle left.
Oh,
That's literally how I see it. Those two, yeah.
Ugh.
Dude,
Really?
and the one with Squidward, yeah, dude. I mean, it like, dude, it's kind of crazy how well that captures it.
this was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it that as being that bad, but it's a filter. It's going to be intensive. I don't even know if it's doable. Like them showing it off, I'm like, this is gonna like it's going to function horribly.
It needs two 5090s. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, and you said earlier supposedly, but even if it doesn't, if you could do it on like let's say 5080, if you're doing fast action, it's going. There's no we know how this type of interpolation and filtering goes. In fast action, it does not go well.
Dude, you know what else this kind of reminds me of is like it reminds me of like those crispy filters that like your aunt's TV has applied by default and she never notices, and so when you go over there you have to shut it off in order to watch the show because it like makes everything ultra crispy and also like makes everything looks like a fucking soap opera. And it's just like that's what this looks like to me. Dude, it's like watching anime that has been AI upscaled to 60 FPS. It's like what is the fucking point?
Dude, anime in 60 FPS looks weird. Not even AI anime, it's just regular anime, and like, because it's animated like half the like regular frame rate of like
it's like
a
12
movie.
FPS.
Yeah, 12 FPS. Just doesn't look right. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah.
You know, speaking of movies, though, this is gonna be a little aside. I've always wanted a Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler movie with them together. How come the world hasn't given us that yet?
That's Jensen. That's
we're not ready
DLSS
for
6.
Yeah.
DLSS 6. We can just put Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler together.
Yeah.
Dude.
Probably both really strong characters in the sense of like actors that would be really difficult to put together. Maybe
I bet they can do it.
Maybe. I don't know. There's Hollywood has certain characters that just can't be in the same movie because they don't get along.
Well, hopefully they aren't. Well, I don't know. I mean, we don't know for certain. I don't think
I think this one's a little better. Sorry, I'm kind of looking at it. I think it's just slightly better.
They gave her extra wrinkles.
Eh.
That pot's supposed to be metal, right? If DLSS were smart, they would have made it more metallic and like ray traced.
Is it? Well,
that metal pot in the right.
Yeah, it made it ceramic. Oh, they made the other ones more metal though. I don't know. I think that what this does for me more or less is like I don't know what this model's supposed to be anyways. Maybe they need to do a better job of like, or maybe I just need to learn what ceramic and all these other pots look like. That one's bad. Yeah, and the more we look at this one's just bad. I was looking at it from an aging standpoint, but like this is a horrible one. I think the goblin's fine.
All right. Well, you know,
I couldn't play with it on. I think it'd be. I mean, I'd play through parts of it just to see because it'd be interesting, but
yeah,
it's not what I want.
I think I'm over DLSS 5. I want to move on.
I think everyone
That's
else is over DLSS 5 at this point too. I think this is going to be a fun little meme for maybe another month or two, and then I think DLSS 5 is dead on arrival. Maybe they'll ship it, maybe not. I mean, they definitely can't ship it functioning like this on modern GPUs. So I think they're crazy if they think this is going to run well. Yeah, I think it's dead on arrival no matter what. Are we onto the Crimson Desert stuff or Steam?
Steam sale. Well, I mean, it's just a Steam sale. We just wanted to mention that it was happening.
Yeah.
Do we have any recommendations?
Just the normal. I mean, Resident Evil 3 is like $3.99. Like it's 90% off, and it's a controversial one because it has a couple of pieces of content from the original. It's the worst Resident Evil remake so far in the sense of like there's missing content, but from gameplay and from like visuals, it's a fun game. But don't go into Resident Evil Reddit pages and say stuff about it because it's a whole war zone there.
Well, you know, there's a whole war zone with the Resident Evil fandom right now where apparently you can be a fan of the games and never play them. Instead, you just experience them by watching walkthroughs.
That's what my sisters do. It's kind of funny. They watch me play Resident Evil growing up, and so they watched it recently. So we've been memeing about it. But I mean, why not? You can be a fan, but definitely think it's a different perspective.
Well, you should. Well, I don't think you can say that you enjoy that you've experienced it, though. I don't think it's fair to say that.
No, I think it's fair. An experience is an experience. It's just you haven't played it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, playing is a large part of the experience, is it not?
Depends on the game. Some games are a lot of cutscenes, like
Metal Gear.
Well, even Metal Gear has. Well, even Metal Gear,
Uncharted.
You kind of have to play it because Kojima does a lot of unhinged gaming, like gameplay aspects too.
He does, but you can experience that watching. What I'm saying is, like, yes, there's a lot of games that you have to just play it to experience it. Don't get me wrong, but there's some games that I think it's fine, and you can say that your experience, you just never played it, and to say you had a full experience is a lie. You have to play it to have a full experience.
A game like Half-Life Alyx, I don't think you get the
100%.
full experience if you just watch someone play it. But
I don't even think you get the full experience if you use the non-VR mod either, to be honest.
no, not at all.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. It's so immersive and so crazy good that you just don't. Yeah. But like a game like, you can still appreciate it for a work of art, as just watching someone play through it. But at the same time, it's not the full experience. So you can be a fan, is what I'm trying to say. You can be a fan without having played it in VR.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of not gatekeeping. I really hate it when people gatekeep stuff, and you can say like, oh yeah, well, until you play it, you can't really rate it. Okay, I think that could be maybe fair, but a lot of people look at a game and say it's shit anyways, and I'm like, okay, well, that's cool that you could also just have not an opinion about something that you've never played. You don't have to have an opinion about everything, too. That's also another thing.
That's also important too. Oh, Gardner, we should bump. Is it possible to bump articles? Because I did write an article on your website about how to save money on the Steam sales.
What do you mean by bump?
Promote.
Oh, has it been published yet?
It was published last Steam sale.
Oh, I see. Yes. We can talk about it. Yeah.
So I guess we could update the banner. I guess. Well, we'll do that off the show. We'll do that off the console podcast.
Castle Crashers is a good one to always pick up. 70% off. This is one you'll have a blast. It's co-op up to 4 people, controller supported. So heck, you can hook this up to a TV with your Steam Deck with 4 controllers and play this with friends.
You could, though. I do want to wait for the Steam Machine.
Oh, I know Castle Crashers is one that plays well because it's 2D. But have you guys played Castle Crashers?
Yeah,
like many years ago on like my Xbox 360.
It's a classic. I love it with my wife. She's the one that actually introduced me to it, funny enough.
It's a good game. Stuff. I used to play it with my brothers.
Yeah, same.
Marathon's not on sale.
Resident Evil 9 is on sale for 90% off. Resident Evil 3 remake.
3, yeah.
It's $4. I've heard it's not a good remake.
I just got done talking about all this.
Yes.
It is like I mentioned, it's a good remake in that visually gameplay is much better, but they have a couple of cut pieces. I don't care. Resident Evil 3 was not nearly even in my top 10 favorites Resident Evils, but it's I'd be playing the remake, and that'll probably make some Resident Evil fans mad, but I'd play the Resident Evil 3 remake over the original. But it is cut like 2 hours worth of content, which is interesting. Okay, anything else you want to mention on the sale, guys?
No.
Let's mosey on over to more controversy, or just it's a very interesting game. So Crimson Desert, what are your thoughts on this, High Tech?
So Crimson Desert has been a very unusual and controversial game due to a number of things. First and foremost, found AI art. So the only pieces that have appeared to be allegedly AI art are like paintings on the walls, and paintings don't even appear to be like lore related paintings either. So,
and this is kind of where I've seen a lot of gameplay on this. I haven't played it yet, so I'm not going to give like my full opinion, but I can give it as much opinion as I can. I don't care if people use generative AI art, as long as it's disclosed. That's why I disclose stuff too. When I do use art, I will disclose it. Like, I don't want any sneaky stuff. But for paintings, yeah, could they have gotten someone to do it? Sure. I don't know what their budget's like. As long as they're not like completely doing AI art for everything. Cool. Okay.
Well, the thing is, it's not disclosed.
I know it's not disclosed, but I also it's an interesting concept. Like if it's just the paintings, I would still play it. I think they should be shamed a little bit for not disclosing it, but at what point do you just like, do we just let the mobs murder them? The outrage is gotten to the point where I just don't know.
Yes, I don't think
the healthy level is.
I mean, it's a difficult situation because it's kind of a crazy situation, truth be told. I'm not entirely sure what to
really
make
doesn't
of it.
have to be. That's the thing that really makes me upset is like gamers need to calm the F down about stuff and just be like, okay, you can be all up in arms and stuff, but like you have more pressing things in your life than this. Much more. You can get upset, like, yeah, I'm not going to buy this, but they get, once again, death threats. A lot of weird stuff comes from all this when, okay, yeah, you could shame them. We could even say, hey, we need to like tell Steam to slap a little thing on it. I don't know. We could do something, but it is just gotten out of hand. Sorry.
Yeah, but essentially that's just one thing that makes the game kind of controversial. Another thing that makes it kind of controversial is, of course, the controls. I haven't played the game yet, so I can't exactly say whether or not. It doesn't seem... I mean, there are a lot of weird, interesting choices, like having to put glide and the double jump on the same button.
Yeah.
Or the item, or pick up item on that same button as well. But, I mean, it doesn't seem like the combat is super complicated, personally speaking.
So the AI art they're talking about is this right here.
Well, it looks like they gave that horse a third leg.
Well, the horses do have a third leg, but that's not where it is. Or a fifth leg. Jeez. Yeah, so horse anatomy. No, it's weird, like blob people. It could also just... The game is very detailed, and it is, from my understanding, if not the biggest, one of the biggest games, like world-wise, or world size in game history. It's massive. Reading up a bunch of this stuff.
I've also read that Traversal is fun too.
Yeah, it's a fun. It sounds really fun. If this is the only AI art they used, okay. But even if they use, I don't know, like for how big it is, honestly, it'd be more fun if this was like, oh yeah, we used a generative piece that generates the artwork depending on some beginning decisions. I think that would be cool. Wish they'd start doing stuff more like that. I mean, even for generative artwork, obviously they couldn't tell what this. I just who generated this and threw it in and thought this was fine. There's much better. This is like 4-year-old generative AI tech right here.
And plus, this isn't like a small indie company either. This is like Pearl Abyss. They made Black Desert. People play Black Desert. They make a lot of money off of that game.
They do.
So it's not like they couldn't have afforded it either.
Once again, this is a massive game. It already was way over ambitious from my understanding. I'm not trying to defend him too much. I think this is a silly thing to get too upset about. But it also makes you wonder how much more of it's generative. And then on top of it, why didn't it do at least a little bit of quality control? It kind of reeks a little bit of like the Expedition 33s. There's one part where there is some generative AI in Expedition 33, but it's for posters. And it's because it was a placeholder that just never got to removing. And if anyone's worked on massive tech projects, things can slip through. Backlogs might not be hit. So I'm wondering if that's also another thing here. Is this is a placeholder? Because it's like obviously no one vetted this.
All right. I mean, but there is another major controversy that actually warrants maybe the controversial aspects, which is the fact that it straight up doesn't run on Intel Arc.
Yeah.
And it's not even that like, oh, it doesn't run well on Intel Arc. The game just willingly refuses to run if you have Intel Arc.
Do they just turn it off completely? Because I feel like it's like literally they're just like, well, we're not going to support this. Funny enough, though, you know what this does run on? Mac. It runs on the Mac OS really well, from my understanding, depending on which level. Like for mine, I could probably run this at 4K.
Is it like a Mac port that they made?
support? Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean,
it's essentially when when they do the build tools, like they build it out for Mac, they build it out for Windows.
But,
I don't know if it's SteamOS supported yet, but they didn't support Intel Arc.
Yeah, here's my thing though. Like, here's my thing though. They could have it just run on Intel Arc. If they say it's unsupported, then yeah, whatever. But like, they shouldn't like disable it from running on Intel Arc. They should just let it ride, right?
From my understanding, it is disabled, and I wonder if maybe they. And once again, I give a lot of room for people to like room for doubt stuff. They could have maybe gotten to the end and they're like, oh crap, we didn't test on Intel. Once again, these are big companies, so also comes with bureaucracy.
Apparently Intel's also come out in response to this, and they said that they've been working with Pearl Abyss for years in trying to like give them support and whatnot. So something is going on.
They work, yeah. They could say they worked with them with a previous game, but maybe they didn't think about it for this. But yeah, it's
well hold on, let me pull up the Intel response.
Yeah. I'm wondering if this is also something where if they just enable and let Intel release drivers to make sure it fully works well, that's just the solution. This is definitely controversial where they need to just come out and talk about it.
Hold on. I can send it in the Discord chat. Give me a sec.
Curly launch, which is right here. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. It says right there.
And we're hugely disappointed that players using Intel graphics hardware can't jump into the world of, Pyel. At launch, getting games running smoothly is always a partnership between developers and hardware makers. Over the past several years, we've reached out to Pearl Abyss many times to help test, validate, and optimize support for Intel graphics, providing early hardware drivers and engineering resources across multiple generations, including Alchemist, Battlemage, Meteor Lake, and Lunar Lake. Teams are deeply committed to helping all the studios deliver the best experience possible, providing open tools, documentation, and direct engineering support to make sure their games run well for everyone, including the tens of millions of players using Intel GPUs. We remain ready to assist Pearl Abyss however we can. For details on the choice not to enable Intel support at launch, please reach out directly to Pearl Abyss. Yeah. Further said, like, kind of makes me think that this was disabled on purpose, but I also, as a developer, I'm wondering if there was like a major issue. But if they didn't reach out to Intel, then yeah, I don't. This reeks of politics, like freaking political politics. So I don't.
Yeah, political politics. That's a special kind right there.
No, not the political politics.
Oh, did I say that? I meant gaming politics or business politics or whatever. Political politics is like politics squared. So.
Yeah. Oh no. But anyways, I do find it weird that they would just not let it ride. Like, a lot of games do that already. Like, a lot of games don't support Intel Arc, but they kind of just they let it run on Intel Arc.
They just say they're not supporting it.
Yeah, and like, there's nothing you can do. There's no real. I mean, if they say it's not supporting it, then
they can. Well, and with that, then Intel can release drivers to fix some of the stuff if there's something broken too, to help bridge the gap.
But yeah, the fact that they outright block it from even trying to run is insane to me.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like 15, 20 years ago when certain graphics cards weren't supported and they'd throw it up like this. They're just trying to go back to the good old days.
The good old days with with the duopoly that is Nvidia and AMD.
Well, yeah. Or ATI and Nvidia.
ATI, dude.
ATI.
Yeah.
Oh, Voodoo.
Voodoo. I was going to say
and
Voodoo 3DFX, yeah.
Well, I mean, ATI became an AMD, but yeah.
S3 Diamond Edge. That was the card I had when I was a kid.
Nice.
I forget what my oldest brother had, but he had an ATI card, and it came with a demo disc for like a game called Rage or something like that.
Yeah, Rage.
Yeah, that was a good
ATI Rage or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but it was like some sort of demo disc. It was pretty cool. Yeah, that must be what the card was. ATI Rage. And they used to have cool names for cards.
I agree. We went really industrial or business oriented.
Like Intel Arc sounds cool, kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
It does, but it's the B 580. What the frick does B mean? Like,
they should name it the Intel Arc Rage.
Doesn't B mean like Battle Mage, or am I wrong about that?
It might actually.
I think it is.
That is
so if we're going with that naming scheme, then the next one should be like Intel Arc C580.
Why can't they just call it like the Battle Mage 2 or something like that? That sounds cooler. But at the same time, I understand why they also do the numbering. It does help with like levels of like performance. Because like, oh, the Battle Mage 2. Okay, well then if they change their whole naming convention to the Intel Quagmire, 1, and then that's the next generation, then people don't understand that's actually better.
Yeah, so I mean they're naming all of the generations after like RPG classes. Like the first generation was called Alchemist, and the second was Battle Mage.
Oh, they're going with that naming convention. Okay.
So like C is gonna be like Cleric or some shit like that.
That's more fun than what AMD and Nvidia are doing. And it's going to last for a pretty long generational period.
At least until the Z, until we get to like a RPG class that that starts with Z.
And even when you get to there, by the time you get to there, that's
like 100 years.
Yeah, we're not going to. We won't be around for that. So the next generation can just start over.
Double A.
If Intel Arc even survives that long, we'll see. I've heard good things that it's doing better and better, but at the same time, like, who knows if adoption rate is going up very well. I know AMD, like, Nvidia just owns the market.
That's the big problem, too, yeah. You know who doesn't own the market anymore, though? Meta.
Good riddance.
So, for those who don't know, Horizon Worlds was Facebook's attempt at making the metaverse. In fact, this was the driving force behind them changing the parent company name from Facebook to Meta, because they were trying to make a metaverse.
And they did it in such a goofy way too. You know what this needs? I think what would have saved Meta Horizon? DLSS 5. At least the characters would look better.
Would they give them legs?
Yes.
You think they would give the characters legs?
See, this is what I'm talking about. I want DLSS 5 to exist. I just don't want it to be DLSS 5, but I want to play with it. Like, would it... Like, you have some disabled person in a game, and they're just like, oh, yeah, well, no, we can't have disabled. It just paints them over without the wheelchair and them walking. And
I mean, imagine if DLSS 5, instead of being like an official feature for each game, it was just like something you could do yourself if you really wanted to. Like kind of like those videos that kind of already exist with like AI filtered Halo.
yeah.
Like yeah, it may look kind of shitty, but like I wouldn't be too upset because it's not something I need to do. Whereas, if DLS, with DLSS 5, it's being baked in with the upscaling feature that people actually like about DLSS. So yeah. Anyways, back to Facebook. Horizon Worlds is shutting down. It's going to be a mobile app now, which is kind of funny. I don't know who would want to who would willingly download this onto their phone.
Not me. It wouldn't work on Graphene OS.
Not with that attitude.
Joke's on you. It probably does. No.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That would be funny. No, yeah, it's I actually quite like VR. I like the concept of like communities and stuff in VR. It's always kind of weird. Never believed Meta was ever gonna get here. They're like, honestly, Facebook / Meta, like, they're just a little too old school thinking sometimes in how to drive people to products now. I think they're old world dogs, and I don't think they're gonna survive a few more generations, but we'll see.
no, they won't.
Who, Facebook?
Yeah, I mean, if you go to facebook.com, like, it's already like UX is horrible.
Honestly, man, if my parents weren't on Facebook, honestly, I would have deleted Facebook a long time ago. In fact, I would have deleted a long time ago if not for my parents. They'd be like, "Why'd you delete your Facebook?"
I hear a lot of excuses, but Gardner's deleted it. Why haven't you, High Tech?
Yeah, come on, High Tech.
Yeah,
Because I use Facebook Marketplace.
the truth comes out. I mean, to be fair, I haven't deleted my Facebook. That's because if I delete it, I'll lose. Even though I don't contact anyone, I'd lose all contact of all concepts of what my past was. So, in the sense
How they
of,
get you.
well, yes, I don't use it though, but they technically have some of my data, but they don't actually gather anything new. It just stays there, and I use it every once in a while to just see what some people are doing. That's it. I really don't get on very often. And it's not even for a good ethical reason. I just really hate their UI UX experience. It's so bad.
Yeah.
And then the algorithm, I guess. I really do hate the algorithm. Like, I get like so much right wing shit drawn to me. Like, and it's not even right wing. It's I shouldn't even say right wing. It's just fake news.
Yeah.
Flat out, it is memeified Russian bots posting all day that everyone else is just sloppily eating up. They're like frickin' like users of Facebook. Not to offend people that use Facebook. If you do, you could be doing it better than me. What I see is a lot of pigs just eating up slop on there, and it's nothing of value. I guess pigs do need to eat though, but yes.
Piggies ongoing.
But we're not piggies. We can't ingest all that slop. It's bad for us. So yeah.
That's why we give it to the pigs. But anyways, yeah, Facebook's done for. You know what else is done for?
$80 billion they lost on that. It's so stupid.
Wow.
HighGuard's done for.
Oh no, HighGuard.
Concord 2, as they call it.
I refuse to call it that. I think it at least deserves its own title. But yeah, it's done.
It is done. Well, not just done, but on PlayStation, it's especially done since they're just giving away refunds for everything.
Yeah, they're pretty good at that, but you can't defend them because they're going to be doing price.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can't defend them, but
Credit
where credit's due.
Credit where credit's due, but like at the same time, you know, they're going to give you that money, but then they'll charge you that much more for the next game.
Well, I mean, just don't buy a PlayStation, or don't buy microtransactions for HighGuard on PlayStation. Hindsight's 50-50.
Did they come out? I'd assume they did come out with high. Okay, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, HighGuard came out on consoles. You could buy microtransactions for like skins and shit.
That makes sense, yeah.
You have a sword that's effectively cosmetic because you can't use to kill people.
You're still hung up on that sword, man.
It's prominently featured on the box art in the guy's hand, as if he was about to like in like an action hero pose. Like imagine imagine if you saw fucking Star Wars 1's poster where like Luke holds up a lightsaber. And you never see lightsabers get used for anything combat related. Like I know Luke doesn't use a Skywalker in like episode A New Hope, right? But like you see Darth Vader use a lightsaber.
Yeah.
You see Obi-Wan Kenobi use a lightsaber. And you see a lightsaber duel. Imagine
but they don't. Imagine carrying a gun. Like he's carrying a gun right here, so he's gonna shoot.
Like okay, I get it. It's better to use your gun from a distance. But they shouldn't give me a sword that's only used to do some sort of stupid objective.
I agree. The developers, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what developers are thinking anymore at this point. But it's done.
At least Marathon, when you have a knife, you can use it to knife people. I don't know, man.
This is probably why it failed, is because people couldn't use a sword.
It also failed because it didn't work on Linux.
That's definitely not the reason, but yeah.
Should be. Hey, man. It's not about facts, man. It's about agenda. We gotta push our agenda out there, you know?
Yeah.
Off the consoles, new agenda.
Right.
Off the agenda.
Off the agenda, or onto the agenda is more like it. Onto the agenda with Slay the Spire 2.
Guys, 1 second. I gotta use the bathroom again. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
You are good.
Now that Gardner's gone, we can talk about how we're gonna take over the world.
I'm gonna take over the world with AI. It's gonna be beautiful. All art will be AI.
We're gonna take over the world. Oh, someone turned Series X into a gaming PC. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cute.
Series X into a gaming PC.
Yeah, they like gutted it and turned it into a gaming PC. Looks pretty nice though.
Yeah, that's. I just want the ability to buy a PS5 and turn it into a Steam machine.
You may be able to soon. The problem is you have to buy one with like.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with what I want in an ideal world. I just want to go buy a PlayStation 5, not think about serial numbers, build dates, and all that, and just turn it into one.
Or you could buy one of those like cut down PS5s that people have been turning into Steam machines. That uses the same hardware. You know what I'm talking about, right, James?
Huh. Say that again.
So there were some boards designed for crypto mining that use the same APU as the PS5. So some people have been buying like. Alright, I can send you a link to it. It's called the ASRock BC250. It uses the exact same APU as the PS5, and you can buy on eBay for like $100 or $200.
Did you send a link?
Yeah. I can send a link to. Yeah, here's a video right here. Here's an article right here from Tom's Hardware. Here, I sent it into the Discord.
Yeah. Steam Machine uses a cut down PS5 APU with Bazite. Interesting.
So it's said to use the same. It's said to use the same APU. Of course, it's a mining board, so it doesn't come with like a lot of the niceties you'd expect from a normal PC, like a case or fans or some other shit.
I'd rather do it this route than just be like, okay, I have to be the lucky one or find a lucky older PS5 to do. Huh.
Well, I mean, it's not $100 anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like $200, and honestly, I'm not even sure if you can find it. Truth be told, so it's an old mining rig designed for Bitcoin mining, but Bitcoin mining became fairly unpopular.
Unpopular, it's dead. Essentially, there's still systems that run to get it because they're there, but yeah, what happens? It was always going to go that route.
Yes, so I mean that's. Oh yeah, we were just talking about how this mining board has the same APU as the PS5, and you can use it to run Baze on it, on like what is essentially a PS5 hardware.
You want to talk about it on the episode, or you just want to continue on Slay the Spire?
There's not really much to talk about. You can buy it on eBay for $155 right here, and then install Baze, and bam, you got a Steam machine. You probably want to 3D print your own shell though, or buy one that someone made.
I'll just glue it into a desktop.
Wow, okay.
Super glue for the win. Okay, so
yeah. Let's go back to Slay the Spire. So this might be the most ridiculous. So gamer rage is all the rage these days for the most ridiculous things. Some of it is justified. Some of it's overblown. I think this is way overblown though. So for those who don't know, Slay the Spire 2. Roguelike deck builder game. They have a beta branch where you can test out certain changes, and one of those changes includes a nerf to a card that is a lot more popular than it has any right to be. The Silent has a card called Prepared, where you can discard a card. Where if you play it, you can discard a card from your hand and draw a card, which is super powerful in a game like this. Essentially, that card got nerfed, and a couple of things got nerfed as well. And the Chinese players are not digging it. They're not liking the changes. And this isn't even like live in the main branch of the game yet. And also the game's in early access too, so. Yeah,
it's early access.
And it's not even like in the main branch. It's in the beta branch of the early access too.
Well, that's still in the beta branch that's coming. So I can see why they're getting a little upset. But at the same time, it's early access. You're going to have balancing. Unfortunately, for all those suckers that bought the AI generated walkthrough for this, that's hardbound.
Oh no! The AI generated Slay the Spire guide. No,
dead. Man, I just wish we could have thought like we just didn't expect it.
It's okay. They can just generate another one. They can just generate another one
and then sell it. Like, hey, we didn't know that this was early access. Here's another one, and then every time they come up with the new update, well, you can buy another one.
Yeah. So, from what I understand, most of the official ways of publishing feedback, giving feedback to Megacrit, is banned in China. Like, you can't go on their Discord. Steam community forums are banned, and there's like an in-game form that you can fill out, but it's probably in English. I don't know for certain. So yeah, that's why they took to the Steam reviews to talk about it. And we should pull some of those up actually. Let's pull Slay the Spire 2 Steam reviews.
Do we have? I'm kind of curious if there's a link in here. Do we?
Maybe. There we go.
Here's the beta patch. Wow. There, the 100. We can go to we'll go to it here in a second, but I'm just kind of curious. Wow, they did do a lot of. They even added some artwork or improved artwork.
Yeah, so Slay the Spire 2 also has a lot of placeholder artwork that kind of looks like just MS Paint. It's added to the charm. Yes, but we should go to the reviews. Slay the Spire 2 is a good game, by the way. You guys should get it.
Yeah, I plan on getting. Like I said though, like when I played Slay the Spire 1, I sunk so much time into that, so I have to be careful. Yeah. So let's see here.
Language.
That disparity still is really high. Slay the Spire does not deserve. They probably need to. Is there like they maybe need to improve like ways to add feedback to the developers? That might be nice and helpful, but at the same time, being on the developer side, I don't know if I want to hear a lot of what gamers have to say. I said, gamers are a pool of rich people, like in the sense of like a rich pool of like diversity of different people. But man, the loud ones that are just angry all the time are so freaking annoying.
I agree 100%.
But also, like, why tank? Like, if you like this game so much, why tank it? Because you just have one thing you don't like. I don't know. A balancing thing too.
I don't know. But ask me, ask them. Some of these Chinese reviews are kind of scathing too. Like that one that you're highlighting is quite scathing.
Can I summarize this in a different language?
Maybe they'll summarize it in Chinese.
It did summarize it. It's just not in what I wanted. I'm just kind of curious. I'm using ARC.
Oh, if you click on somewhere in there, it'll take you to the full review in that one. Yeah, there. See full review, and you may be prompted to read in Chinese. I mean English, or not.
Yeah, I'm on ARC, and so sometimes it does. I'm just wondering why it's not here. Oh, well, we'll do it.
I can
translate. Sorry, we're doing this all. Oh my god!
Do it live. What is going on,
dude? What is it?
So this is kind of funny because I'm like, Google has an AI, right? Like, what is? It won't even let me go back. It's stuck. It has a whole AI thing that should just translate this right here, and it doesn't. Oh well.
Oh man! All right, well, I can translate this. I got ways to translate things.
Well, I have ways too. I want to do it. I wanted to do it quick. They didn't do it quick. It failed me. Start speaking. I'm kind of curious about this one now.
Is it saying anything? I can't hear it.
Yes, it's a female voice of Chinese. Interesting.
That's weird that you don't have like a quick translation thingy.
I'm not on Chrome. If Chrome probably does. I swear ARC used to. This is another reason I need to switch over. They've kind of abandoned ARC a little bit. It's very developer friendly. It's just. And
what is ARC based on? Firefox?
Chromium. It's Chromium.
It's Chromium, but they still. Wow, that's fucked.
But they don't have like that. It's not like Chromium has that stuff built into it, but it does have some tools. I'm just shocked that it doesn't have.
All right. Well, I mean,
probably does actually.
I don't know. Just type it in, just translate it in Google Translate.
I was bad. I thought you were gonna do it.
You said no. I want to do it. God. So you. All right. So I'll do it. I got Google Translate right here. It says here. I just want to ask if the guy doing the balancing has actually played the game. You can adjust the balance instead of directly crippling it. Now it just feels like the left and right brains are fighting each other, and it's not allowed to fight indefinitely, and it doesn't improve the average card level, and it's still necessary to strengthen the monster. I wonder why you can only change the value when you cut monsters, and how you can strengthen monsters, strengthen the mechanism. Just this generation of heart can resist me for 4 rounds, and this coral-breaking elite monster can still fight for 6 rounds. Not to mention the incompetent disasters in your area, and the disasters bit by... Okay, you know...
I finally figured out how to translate it. I had to use Mac OS, though, but take a screenshot. But yeah. Yeah, no, it just comes down to, like, they're not happy with the balancing. They're worried that it's going to be... break a lot of the systems, right? And... welcome to balancing 101, I guess. These I don't know, have these guys played games where you have to balance stuff like this? I don't know. A little early on to maybe get this worked up, but
yeah, I agree. It is very early on to be doing this, but it hasn't hampered the reviews. It's still overwhelmingly positive.
Oh yeah, it still hurts it though, and it's kind of a false thing too a little bit, but it is China. It's in the Chinese thing. It's if you do it region based, it won't affect it much. It would be interesting though for these types of balances to be able to have snapshots and go back to previous states and just have fun that way.
I think in theory you could, but yeah, this is now also multiplayer, albeit not like a live service game.
Right. No, it's still complicated. It would be. I'm just saying more. It's interesting to be able to go back and do certain metas. Some games do it, sometimes they don't. This is one where I don't know if I necessarily care. I play Slay the Spire to play Slay the Spire. I don't have metas that I run too much. But then again, I haven't played the second one, so maybe there's more meta based stuff.
Yes. So, you know what else? You know who thinks things will be meta? The CEO of Capcom thinks the PC will become the meta device. Sorry,
Meta device.
Sorry, we can't say the word meta in relation to real life stuff.
Meta's done. The meta world died.
You know what hasn't died though? PC gaming. In fact, Capcom believes it's going to be the world's leading gaming platform. And also they talk about movies.
I think it kind of already is the world's leading gaming platform, but
like most areas, yeah. Japan, it's still not, but you know.
True. Capcom has to deal with a lot of console stuff, yeah. And it's not like PlayStation doesn't do really well and Nintendo does really well, but I would say leading wise, like the PC's the go-to. It's just really hard to build one now.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing. Only time will tell. It's interesting that, you know, a company as big as Capcom in Japan is saying that PC game is going to be the world's leading platform.
True. They do release a lot of their games on PC though. Don't they release pretty much all of them?
I think
and
I think all.
While now.
They've done it for a pretty well. Yeah, they've done it for a while now.
I think it's when did it start? I played a lot of the Resident Evils on PlayStation, but I think Res 7 was a good start of them just really going hog on PC. And then like the Resident Evil 2 remakes and stuff like that. Like this last few, probably decade, is when they started really going hard into PCs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they've gone all in. They've sold more and more games on PC and more copies on PC as well. Yeah. I mean, it's no surprise that they think PC is going to be the next frontier of gaming. And not to be a little biased or anything, but I kind of agree with him.
Yeah. I think even Microsoft's betting on that. I mean, you can see how they're going. The only two that aren't really going that route and potentially are either like PlayStation might be coming out with their own launcher, might just be withdrawing completely from the PC market, is, you know, betting on console sales, no Nintendo. And I think long term it will hurt them. I think short term they'll do well for a little while longer, but I think opening things up to having options is the smart way to go. We'll see.
Of course, the next question though is what Sony is going to do, because you know we've heard reports from Jason Schreier that you know they're going to be going back to being console exclusives and not doing any PC releases.
Yep.
But we've also heard rumors that Sony is going to make their own launcher where they can sell PC games as well. So we don't know for certain. Jason Schreier like firmly believes they're just going to go straight back to consoles, like altogether.
That would be smart for them. I think that it's crazy that they publish their games on PC. Personally,
you know, I wouldn't mind if they kept doing it on PC though, but I certainly understand why they probably wouldn't want to.
Yeah,
it's a mixed bag. I think the PlayStation 5 controller is amazing. I think it has the best tech, but I also think that the smartest play is to unify it more into the PC world. They'll sell a lot of copies, especially if they bridge. They're going to sell less consoles, but they don't make money on consoles. They make them on accessories. Just make good accessories that work well with PC and the console, and they'll make more money than they will exclusives. Like
also
worth being on PlayStation.
Also worth mentioning is that they're still ramping up the ads for like using the DualSense on PC. There's still a lot of those still running too, despite you know all of this reporting from Jason Schreier as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, you know, speaking of, so you know, we were talking about the Steam sale earlier. You know, Valve put out a statement saying that they commissioned this art from an artist on Twitter, and it went so viral that it made headlines on PC Gamer.
Wait, which art?
like the art that they use for the Steam sales.
Oh yeah.
Like the old or new ones.
The new Steam sale, because they've always done artist stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, like I think what was it, the year before last, they had the Steam delivery girl, and people loved that.
Oh yeah. Is this supposed to be Spyro?
Is that supposed to be Spyro? I think it's just.
It sure looks like Spyro.
Are you saying all dragons look alike?
I'm saying all dragons that look like this look alike. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, good on Valve for disclosing it. I mean, they didn't have to, but it's always good that they do.
Split Fiction is definitely worth picking up at 30%. Like, it's not a big discount, but definitely pick that one up. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, during that live stream, we were like experimenting with Steam games on his Retroid Pocket. So I know we got Haste running kind of poorly on it.
that was yikes. Wasn't Haste the one that had like all of the weird like X across the screen tearing? I've never seen anything like it.
I'd have to watch the live stream again.
Yeah.
Did you ever get Bioshock working?
I did not ever get Bioshock working.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Have you tried the remastered version?
No, I haven't tried that. I did get Halo Master Chief working, and that was pretty okay.
Like, what do you mean? Like, it didn't run well?
It was fine. I mean, it was. There's so on this specifically, there's a lot of lag. No matter what happens, like the game just is laggy in terms of input. Right?
Oh.
So like if you're sitting there with a controller, the input is fairly delayed, like perceptibly delayed. But as far as like Halo Master Chief is concerned, like it feels okay. As good as a first-person shooter can feel with a controller.
Well, I mean, it's pretty cool that we managed to get some stuff running. Have you tried anything else since that live stream besides the MCC?
No, that was like the biggest thing, and then the battery died. No! Yeah. But it's been charging. Let me turn it on. Let me see. Not to derail the show.
No, do it.
No, do it, man. I've got my Iron Thor right here.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get an Iron Thor pretty quickly here. That thing is a beast.
I've been enjoying some of my other games on here too. There's some weird issues with some games that I wasn't expecting to have issues with. Oh, there's also another app that you can use called Game Hub Lite.
Yes.
Have you tried that?
No, I have not. We talked about it on the review at one point though. Game Hub Lite.
Yeah, so it's a fork of an application that that GameSir made.
Yeah.
And it has like telemetry and stuff, and people were kind of wary about it, so they made an open source version of it where it's basically just the app but without any of the telemetry and has some additional features. But yeah, that's basically it. It's a pretty cool device. It's a pretty cool concept of running Android games on it. I think the Thor would probably be the minimum you would need. You're getting the max, right?
I don't know. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably like the minimum acceptable device for like this sort of emulation. Truth be told, and I'm super excited for what the future holds for Android emulation. Truth be told,
yeah, I think it's going to be cool. My Pocket is not charging for some reason. I think I need to plug it into my Steam Deck charger because.
Oh, that's weird.
It's very weird.
Anyways, I think I don't really have much more to say on the podcast. I don't know if there's any stories that just happened just now. That's happened to us a few times, you know.
Oh yeah, but there's always next week. We can always cover it next week, and so we can wrap this bad boy up, and we'll give you guys a nice little. It's not a short podcast, and if you need more, there's always the bonus level content that we give you over at Patreon. Only $5 a month, and you have a huge backlog. So why don't we? So if you need more, go on over there. Else, let's exit on out. Thank you guys for watching, for listening on however you do it. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, whatever platform you're on. Do what you can to help promote the podcast so we can do more of this. And maybe as we get bigger and bigger, we can do more specialty episodes, especially on the Patreon. So, and live streams. Like we haven't done a live stream in a while. Maybe we'll have to queue one of those up soon too. Anything else you guys want to say before we exit?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, check out our bonus episode. I promise we have a lot of good stuff there.
Good stuff there and spicy.
And also, check out our previous episodes too. I know the news is old at that point, but there's a lot of great stuff there.
Funny
too.
enough, some of the topics are pretty evergreen. Like the AI stuff still resonates to this day, and there's a couple of them that are just you can go back. They're pretty good. Okay, with that being said, catch you guys next time. Peace out. Later.
See ya.
Later.